all without having to learn complicated programming languages.
That would be a game changer. It could open up the world of digital creation to anyone with an idea.
Exactly. It's about breaking down barriers and
Uh-huh.
giving people the power to be creators, not just consumers of technology.
That's a really powerful idea. And it goes along with another exciting application the article mentioned, personalized AI agents.
Oh, yeah. Imagine having an AI assistant that's not just a generic voice on your device, but a truly personalized extension of yourself. It would learn your preferences, anticipate your needs, and adapt to how you work.
It would be like having a super efficient, hyper-intuitive sidekick.
Exactly. It could help you manage your schedule, filter through all the information you get, automate tasks, and even give you personalized recommendations.
The possibilities are endless. But I can also see how that level of personalization could raise concerns about privacy and data security.
You're right. As AI becomes more and more a part of our lives, we need strong data privacy measures and ethical guidelines.
Okay, so we've got this potential for a world where anyone can create digital things and where AI assistants become incredibly personalized. What other interesting applications did the article mention?
Well, one that I found interesting was the possibility of DeepSeek working with cryptocurrency infrastructure. We don't know all the details yet, but it's clear that combining AI and cryptocurrency could be transformative.
That's a fascinating area,
Yeah.
and one where there's already a lot of innovation happening. How do you see DeepSeek fitting into that?
One possibility is that DeepSeek could be used to create smarter trading algorithms, ones that can analyze market trends, find patterns, and make predictions more accurately than humans.
So we're talking about AI that could potentially outsmart even the best human traders.
It could happen. But it's not just about trading. DeepSeek could also make blockchain technology more secure and efficient. Blockchain is what powers a lot of cryptocurrencies.
So we're talking about revolutionizing how we trade, invest, and even manage digital assets. That's a pretty big deal. But let's remember that the world of cryptocurrency is already known for being unpredictable and risky. Adding AI into the mix could make both the potential rewards and the potential dangers even bigger, right?
Absolutely. It's a high-stakes game. And like with any powerful technology, we need to be careful and think ahead.
Well said. But all this talk about AI changing finance and giving people more power, it makes those bigger questions about this singularity feel even more important.
You're right. As we see AI becoming more capable and more accessible, we have to talk about its long-term impact on humanity.
So let's dive back into those deeper waters. The singularity, this idea of AI surpassing human intelligence, it's both fascinating and a little scary. What are some of the main arguments for and against the singularity actually happening?
People who believe in the singularity, like Ray Kurzweil, they argue that technology is advancing so quickly, especially in computing power and artificial intelligence, that the singularity is bound to happen.
So it's not a matter of if but when.
That's Kurzweil's main argument. He believes we're on a path we can't stop, a path towards a future where AI becomes smarter than humans, and that will completely change civilization.
What about the arguments against the singularity? Are there good reasons to think it might not happen?
Definitely. Some people argue that the human brain is fundamentally different from a computer. With its complex network of neurons and its ability to be conscious and have subjective experiences, they say we can't replicate that.
So what makes us human? Our creativity, intuition, emotional intelligence. That could be the key difference.
That's one way to think about it. Others point out that even the most advanced AI today is still limited. They're not even close to achieving general intelligence, the ability to understand and reason across different areas like humans do.
Okay, so there's no clear answer on whether or when the singularity might happen. It's more like a range of possibilities and potential timelines.
You got it. And that uncertainty makes it even more important to have thoughtful discussions about AI and to guide its development in a way that's good for humanity.
Well said. But all this talk about the singularity, while interesting, can feel a bit abstract. Let's bring this back down to earth for a second. The article mentioned that DeepSeek was created by just one person as a side project. Can you tell me more about that?
That's one of the most interesting parts of this whole story. The article says the developer is Liang Wenfeng. He recently graduated from Zhejiang University in China. Apparently, he started DeepSeek just for fun because he loves science fiction and is fascinated by the idea of creating truly intelligent robots.
It's a classic story of someone being really clever.
A single developer working on something they're passionate about, and it ends up changing the world. It reminds us that innovation can come from anywhere, from anyone with the drive and the vision to do something new.
It's really inspiring. But it also makes you think, if one person can create such a powerful AI system, What does that mean for how accessible this technology is?
It shows how powerful open source software is and how much information and resources are available online.
So are we entering a time where practically anyone with the right skills and dedication could help develop advanced AI?
It's exciting to think about, but it also means we need to be even more careful about developing AI responsibly and ethically. If the tools to create powerful AI are becoming available to everyone, we need to be really thoughtful about how we guide its development.
Okay, so there's a lot to take in here. DeepSeek is changing how we think about AI development. Its potential uses are both exciting and maybe a little disruptive. And it brings up these big questions about the singularity and the future of humanity. It's a lot to process.
It is, but one thing's for sure, this is just the beginning for DeepSeek. It'll be interesting to see how it all plays out and how it shapes the future of AI.
And, as the article says, we can't afford to ignore it. So to everyone listening, we ask, what's your biggest takeaway from this? What about DeepSeek's emergence intrigues you the most? Where do you think this is all headed? And how will you be a part of this rapidly changing world of AI?
Those are the questions we all need to be asking. The future of AI is being shaped right now, and we all have a role to play in deciding where it goes.
Great thing said. Now let's keep exploring DeepSeek and talk about how this technology could change the world of work and creativity. Ready for another deep dive?
Absolutely. Let's do it.
So we talked about DeepSeek changing how we make digital stuff, interact with AI, and even navigate the world of cryptocurrency. But the article goes even further. It suggests DeepSeek could completely change how we think about work and creativity. What's interesting is this idea that AI could actually make human creativity better instead of replacing it.
That's a really important point that often gets overlooked in these conversations about AI and automation. You know, people tend to focus on the jobs that might disappear, but the article argues that DeepSeek could free us from those boring, repetitive tasks that just suck up our time and energy.
So instead of worrying about robots taking our jobs, we should be thinking about how AI can give us space to focus on work that's more meaningful and creative.
Exactly. Imagine if AI took care of all the data entry, scheduling, and routine analysis. That would free us up to spend more time on problem-solving innovation and tasks that require those uniquely human skills, like critical thinking, empathy, and imagination.
That sounds pretty amazing. But how would DeepSeek actually make that shift happen?
Well, think about the creative process. It often involves brainstorming, exploring different ideas, experimenting, and refining those ideas. DeepSeek could be a really powerful tool to help with those processes. Imagine an architect using DeepSeek to generate tons of different design variations, exploring possibilities that a human could never come up with on their own.
So DeepSeek could be like a creative partner, pushing the limits of what's possible and helping us to think outside the box.
Exactly. And it's not just for architects. Think of a musician using DeepSeek to compose new melodies, try out different harmonies, or even create whole musical pieces.
That's so cool. It sounds like DeepSeek could unlock creativity in people who might not even think of themselves as artists or creators.
I think so, and that's what's so great about this technology. It has the potential to empower everyone to express themselves in new and innovative ways.
Okay, I'm definitely into this idea of AI as a creative collaborator. But we have to think about the downsides too. What about the people whose jobs are mainly those repetitive tasks that AI could automate? What happens to them in this future?
That's a crucial question. And we have to make sure this transition happens in a way that focuses on retraining and helping people learn new skills. AI is going to replace some jobs, but it's also going to create new ones. We're going to need people to design, develop, manage, and regulate these AI systems. And as AI frees up our time and energy, I think we'll see a lot of new industries and jobs that we can't even imagine right now.
So it's not just about losing jobs, it's about the kinds of skills that will be valuable changing.
Right. It's
Yeah.
about adapting to a world that's constantly changing and embracing AI's potential to create a more fulfilling and meaningful work experience for everyone.
Okay, so we've talked about DeepSeek revolutionizing creativity and changing the world of work. But let's remember that this all started with one person's side project. It's a pretty incredible example of how one person can start a technological revolution.
It's amazing, isn't it? Laying Wenfeng's story is a good reminder that innovation can come from anywhere, and that even small efforts can have a huge impact on the world.
It's like a reminder that we can all make a difference.
Exactly. And that's what I think we should take away from this. DeepSeek reminds us that the future of AI isn't set in stone. It's something we're actively shaping with our choices, our actions, and how we interact with this technology that's constantly evolving.
Well said. And here's the article says, don't ignore it. So to all our listeners, we ask, what's your main takeaway from this deep dive? What part of DeepSeek's emergence is most interesting to you? Where do you think all of this is headed? And how will you be involved in this fast-changing world of AI?
Those are the questions we all need to be asking ourselves. The future of AI is being shaped right now, and we all have a part to play.
Well said. That's all for this deep dive into DeepSeek and the AI leap forward. Until next time, keep exploring, keep asking questions, and keep diving deep.